Okay, hello, hello, hello. And is that way too much light coming in from the left side of my face? Maybe. Let's work those vertical blinds a little bit. Open a little bit so I can see what's going on outside. If I move to the front side of this building, I'm definitely going to have vertical blinds and maybe even theater type curtains to keep the sun out. Or just find a way to manipulate the sunshine to make it do what I want it to. Alright, I think we're in good shape. I need this guy, my Tartarus. I'm comfy. Still looks like don't need that.
You must be thinking of home. I can taste the sweet tea.
My fighting speaks for me. Take the hint.
Let's go here first. And then go to here. Try to make Avengers Tower my central hub. Change this to party chat so I don't see any complaining or communication out there. Alright. My stomach was rumbling a little bit, so I took some medicine. Hopefully it'll kick in and stop the stomach rumbling. It's actually not my stomach, it's my gut. Gut rumbling. So we'll see how that goes. But let's take a good look at Black Widow. Earlier, I looked at Invisible Woman, and it has been uploaded to YouTube, but YouTube will be processing it for the next 1 hour and 33 minutes. So YouTube will really take a video and go through it. Make sure there's no copyrighted music, copyrighted material. They just do all kinds of stuff. No nudity. And I don't know. Maybe they don't care about nudity. I guess Twitch cares about nudity. YouTube probably doesn't. So even though I uploaded it in just a matter of a few minutes, it hits YouTube and it takes them, it was a 5 gigabyte file. It takes them 2 hours to process it. But that was Invisible Woman. So if I can get comfortable, get my lumbar support comfortable. It's kind of a beanbag cushion. And let's see. Looks like all my powers may still be here. None of them seem to be grayed out. So they didn't take away my powers. You can see how I played her before the update. I was ranged, my spirit spender, and I applied vulnerability, a damage layer, which also is a weaken and a slow, and grenades. I rolled the grenades like crazy if I needed to. If it was a bunch of mobs that needed clearing. I see they've got a 3-second cooldown on it now, so there's no continuous spam of grenades. I see that. So that's not as effective for a mob clearing. The coup de grace, my execute. I had a basic up here in case I had spirit issues. She doesn't have spirit now. She's got voltage. So there's a voltage mechanic. And Twilight Cloaking Device is still her signature, which throws everything into slow motion and it makes her invisible and the damage rating. it's cool. Same as it was. This may be the only power that it doesn't cost any voltage. No voltage cost. No voltage cost. This costs voltage. Widow's Kiss cost 114 voltage. This is no voltage cost. No voltage cost. So this voltage mechanic is going to be interesting. Let's see what we have. Oh, let's quickly look at what our attributes are. Fighting and intelligence. Fighting and intelligence. Okay. So I'm in good shape there. Fighting and speed. Strength. Don't know about this. Fighting and speed. And this is generic, so it's fine. And this is speed. Dupe inspiration. Strength. What kind of rolls did we get? We got a low roll in intelligence, but it's just one, and the rest of her rolls are nice. Low rolls on fighting. Oh, she's speed? What? Oh, Batrox boots. Okay. We might need to find something different. I saw that speed on there and I said, what? We'll see. We might can find something to replace the Batrox Savat's boots. She got a poor row on intelligence. Horrible rolls on fighting and intelligence. So she didn't do as well as Invisible Woman did on her new attribute rolls. And see, she's got nice gear. It just got messed up. This one's not that great. Though those are nice numbers on, well, yeah. I've got a Macron on her. Interesting. Gives her more of this voltage. Ranged. Crit and crit damage. Just nothing special there. Got some good rolls on her crit damage. So, what was her Black Cat? This isn't that great, but okay. We know where to start. I need to unbind these three. Guess I can.
Oh, hello. Sorry, my mind was wandering.
I can unbind the ring too. No, it's not that great a ring, really. It just had a lot of brute strength on it. So let's unbind these three. Is it here? Yeah. I'm buying these 3.
This shouldn't prove too difficult.
So there's 300K down the tubes. No big deal. Where do I keep my rings? My rings are here. This one's one that needs to be gobbled up by. Just needs to be trashed. I'm just going to stick it there for now. Doesn't need to be trashed. It needs to be 4-to-1. You take 4 rings that you don't really care about and hope you exchange it for one that you do care about. That's what I need to do with that ring. So I probably should keep it out. So I can do something with it later. All right, let's she did a backflip onto the motorcycle. Has she always done that? Probably. How does it feel? Okay, it's fairly responsive. She still gets stealth. Okay. We still get stealth with her silent killer. Okay, this is the basic tree. I mean the melee tree. Basic tree. So it's fighting and intelligence. I'm currently at 124% based on my fighting and intelligence. The intelligence number is low. She gets a bonus to her critical hit damage. Bite voltage is a trait. Gauntlet powers spend voltage. Voltage does not naturally regenerate. When fully drained, voltage starts to rapidly regenerate, restoring 25% per second until full, which would be 4 seconds. Duh. While recharging, gauntlet powers cannot be activated. Right now I only have one, Widow's Kiss. So we'll see. We'll see what advantage Gauntlet gives you, besides not allowing you to cast spells when it drains. This, of course, in my routine here, in my rotation, I'm spending 114 every 8 seconds. And if it generates 25% in a second, 25% of, yeah. So I would never see it if I keep this rotation. I would never even notice voltage power. It would never bother me. We'll get some health regen. Extra health regen when you use a med kit. We're a deflect dodge based. And if we're in close quarters, if we punch somebody, we get more damage reduction. But she starts so low. Stinging strikes. Silent killer. Snapshot. Why would you ever use a basic ranged if there's no resource preventing you from spamming a non-basic range? Has this got a cooldown on it? No. No cooldown. It's channeled. I don't like channeled powers. They don't work good on the... I guess it's not much different from just holding it. When can you execute? Anytime you like. You don't have to be stealthed. You don't have to wait for a combo points. You don't have to wait for a resource. You can execute every 8 seconds. They called this channel, but alright, let's keep looking. Yeah, this gives you extra crit and brute. 5.5 per second. 11 per second. This pierces. It's 2,500. 4,600. 5.5 per second. This was 11. So if this was 5.5 per second, it would be 5k damage done. And this is less than 5k damage done, but it gives you extra crit and brute. I guess if you have a lot of crit and brute, this could possibly end up doing more damage than this, and you just give up the piercing. So we'll look and see when we're all finished with the gearing how her crit and brute looks. If she's got low crit and low brute, then it doesn't matter how big your critical damage and brutal damage is, you're not going to see them very much. So we'll come back, we'll revisit that. Coup de grace. Sweeping kick. You have to be in melee, but what does it do? That applies vulnerability, but so does this. It applies a vulnerability, so this would be your lead off if you're in melee. It's area. It's got a 2-second knockdown, and if you're stealthed or invisible, it does double damage. The covert sniper is a charge power. I never liked charge powers. Black Widow. Bullet barrage. Oh, that's what that's what I'm using right now. Deadly kick. Always crits. 8-second cooldown. So this is what you would use if you're in melee. Every 8 seconds, just to do one big pop. Kind of like Captain America's jump pop. Spider-Man's got the jump pop. Big damage every 8 seconds. Backflip kick. And it sends you into stealth. Got the rolling grenades. Does any of these use voltage? No. So if you're bouncing away in melee, no voltage. The grenades don't use voltage, but they've added a 3-second. It's still got a dot layer on it. So you still can apply vulnerability, apply your damage layer, your dot. This one booms and then does a dot. you can do these grenades every 3 seconds, but the damage over time lasts 8. So if you want just a simple boom, 8 seconds, wait again to hit that one, or you could hit it multiple times if you're bored. It's up to you. This does a weaken and a slow. Stinging shot. This says electric. It doesn't say voltage. Oh, there's the voltage cost. Okay, so this one has a voltage cost. What does it do that makes you want to use it? It does some energy damage. Hits 10. Okay, so it's one of those chain lightning type weapons. It knocks down. So you can chain lightning as much as you want. There's no
Every second we wait allows our enemies to prepare.
There's no cooldown, so the only thing that prevents you from spamming it continuously would be the voltage. So in the beginning, you can use it a lot, and then it starts invoking its own cooldown based on this guy. It's a completely new concept for her and interesting. There's my vulnerability. Micro drones. This costs voltage and has a cooldown. And does a nice damage layer. 8k per second. This one's got an initial hit of 4k and 2k per second. But you could do this 4k a couple of times in a rotation if you wanted to. And it also does AoE damage. Whereas this one, now that I've lost it, where this one just is 8k per second every 8 seconds until voltage hits rock bottom. And then you have to wait till voltage regens. But voltage is going to regen. This one's 114. This one's 114. This thing generates 25% per second. So it hits rock bottom. In 1 second, it's going to get 2,000. It's going to get more than those two powers together. Applies. I lost it again. There it is. Micro drones. So micro drones might be a good alternative to the grenades. But you'll be missing out on the initial boom. But you're getting 3 times bigger damage layer. Oh, it only lasts 2 seconds. Did you see that? Duration, 2 seconds. So every 8 seconds you get 16k. I don't think so. So that's not a damage layer you can count on. Well, it does it twice per second, so that's 16, 32. 32k in an 8 second rotation. Whereas this could give you 5k times 8, 40k in an 8 second. And that's just the damage over time. So yeah, they did something wrong here. This is probably going to be one of those, oh yeah, nobody would ever use that. And then when you get over here, yeah, everybody's going to use that. So they must have done something to it over here. There's going to be something over here that drops it to a 4-second cooldown and it extends the duration to 4 seconds so that you can keep it up all the time. If not, then that's useless. Let's move on. This is just an energy damage, and it uses more than twice the amount of voltage cost that the Widow's Kiss uses. It does 38k damage. And you can use it as often as you want until the voltage cost has to regen. A timed explosive. You can toss one of these down every 3 seconds and they blow up 6 seconds after they've been set down. Oh, there's four charges. So you can dump 4 quickly, I guess. And then they go on cooldown. Release subliminal sound waves that lure in nearby enemies. After a short time, the explosives detonate or may be set off by using remote detonation. Okay, I don't know about that. Let's jump over into the talents. Silent Killer gains an extra charge and a longer stealth. So we get 4 charges instead of the usual 3, and stealth lasts 5 seconds. I haven't been having problems with the cooldowns on charges yet. I forget in hubs. But when I'm playing, since I normally like to play ranged, I already have to move less than somebody that plays melee. But I still have to move, but I don't have to move, that quickly. This might be good for melee, but I don't think I need it. Silent Killer transforms into Acrobatic Assault, and it deals damage to enemies but does not cause stealth. Yeah, I would never use that. Max Voltage. Voltage generation while moving. And when you use Silent Killer, you get 10% of your voltage back. And it increases your voltage by 100. That's something that if you've got some kind of a rotation using lots of voltage, you might want. I don't know at this point. I might as well use this for now because these other two don't apply. At least I don't know if this applies. It might apply. I don't know yet. It's a whole new concept, voltage. My foot's going to sleep. I guess my chair's leaning up too far. Still can't get comfortable. Oh, all right. Getting old is rough, but the alternative is worse. So, all right. Stinging Strikes transforms into Deadly Blade. It sounds like one of her melee. Stinging Shot? What is this? Stinging Strikes. There's a stinging shot. Ah, it's this basic punch. The basic punch transforms into deadly blade. Snapshot and bullet barrage apply shrapnel. And shrapnel's physical bleed. Oh, it doesn't say bleed. But it should be a bleed. Then you can use something like furry mane. But it doesn't say it's a bleed. But it's 2 seconds. So snapshot and bullet barrage apply. What's an extra 2 seconds of damage over time?
We mustn't stand by as our allies are losing the fight.
Sorry, but we must stand by until we know how to fight. There's training. You know about training. Stinging strikes transforms into electric batons. Okay. Electric batons spin voltage to deal damage. Bullet barrage transforms into stinging barrage, and stinging barrage spins voltage to deal increased damage. So I don't think so. That's where this would come into play. If all of a sudden you're doing something that starts burning through your voltage fast. Stinging strikes gains the following effect. Okay. So this is the only choice I have right now on this thing. Is it 3K more damage every 2 seconds? Silent Killer and Backflip leave an explosive device. Why not? If you're going to have to dash away or move. See, I'm at ranged. If something comes to run up to hit me and I move, why wouldn't I want to leave a bomb? Unless there's something better over here. Rolling grenades gains the following effects. More damage, more projectiles, and a bigger cooldown. I've got no problem with that. I've already got it in my rotation. So that's a bigger boom, more grenades, more damage. Yeah. See, I prefer the 8-second, hit this one. This has an 8-second cooldown. This has an 8-second cooldown. I'm not going to hit this earlier. I'm going to go in order. So, I don't know. I might hit it every 6 seconds. I might have hit it every 3 seconds, but I don't know. It's only increasing by 15% damage. Whereas 2 casts of it. That might not be better. Think about it. You've got 3 grenades every 3 seconds. Now you've got 8 grenades every 6 seconds. And they do 15% more damage. Yeah, this is better. 3 every 3 seconds. 8 every 6 seconds. That's 2 more grenades. And they do 15% more damage. So yeah. Okay. Anti-personnel grenade. I don't think I'm using that. I know I'm not using it. What is it? It's this guy. You could use this to apply your vulnerability instead of... Oh, I am using that. Okay. It transforms into conductive grenades, and it does not stun, but makes the next electric power trigger a damage effect and stun. So it removes the stun, but when I hit this, I get the stun, because this uses voltage. Well, this doesn't say it's an electric power, though. I don't have any electric powers, so I would need an electric power to trigger a damage effect and apply a stun. So I'd have to add something like Stinging Shot instead of Widow's Kiss. This applies voltage, but it's not considered electric. It's considered gauntlet. So you're probably supposed to use this if you're in melee. And you're probably supposed to use this. But this isn't a damage layer. Maybe you're supposed to use this. This isn't a damage layer either. And also is a gauntlet. It's an electric and a gauntlet. The micro drones might come into play. I just haven't seen anything yet that makes them any good. So right now, this doesn't mean anything, but that could change. So I'll just keep the boost on my grenades. Drone swarm. Micro drone effect occurs a second time at no cost. Call in a swarm of microdrones to seek out and destroy enemy positions. These leave enemies vulnerable to further lingering damage effects. It doesn't mention the vulnerability at the bottom. And this effect occurs a second time at no cost. So you're getting double the drones. But that 2-second duration of so you've doubled this from 32K over 8 seconds to 64K over 8 seconds. This is 56 times 8. So 40 something K over 8 seconds. Well, this becomes more damage now. This is over. This might be more attractive now than the grenades. Wait, the grenades also do the damage, which is 5 times, that's 40K plus the 40, that's 80 something K. This is 64K. So no, it's not. It's still underwhelming drones. Spends all voltage, dealing bonus damage based on how much was spent. Shock field spins. So you could have a big bang every 4 seconds. Or however often you wanted to, depending on how quickly this generated back up. But it's melee. This is melee. It's a gauntlet thing. Even though it looks like range, it's melee. Timed explosive, coup de grace, and micro drones no longer break stealth. Everything else breaks stealth. You're not going to be in stealth. You're not a perma-stealth individual. Stealth lasts 5 seconds. You'd have to move and be stealth for 5 seconds and do nothing. So, yeah, I don't get that at all. You could roll into a battle, but you wouldn't do a coup de grace. Okay, you can roll out of danger, which invokes stealth, and do a coup de grace without coming out of stealth.
Make a decision. We need quick action.
Covert snipers cooldown resets when entering stealth. Covert snipers cooldown resets. Covert sniper. So you can reset the cooldown. Resets. So you could you could stealth, coup de grace, and if that didn't kill him, snipe. Even if you just did a snipe. Suppose you did a snipe and then you attracted his attention and he comes after you. You can dash to go back into stealth and he loses sight of you. Coup de grace. And if that doesn't wipe him out, snipe again. That's a lot of... And of course, could have thrown the timed explosion in that whole 5 seconds that you're stealth too. Of course, that last covert sniper is going to break your stealth. So I don't know about this row. Deadly kick and sweep kick. Twilight cloaking device applies concealed and empowered. The passive on it is 20% to enemy, 20% to enemies not targeting you. The concealed is a 5-second invisibility. You're already invisible. Because when you hit this, it applies invisibility. Invisibility 5 seconds. Invisibility 5 seconds. Is this one of those that invisibility is still 5 seconds? Invisibility is still 5 seconds. Buff effect concealed. Turn it off. Invisibility 5 seconds. Let me look at this one. Make sure that the one on my toolbar is not different from the one over here. Invisibility is 5 seconds. If this said invisibility increased by 5 seconds, and then this said 10, I don't know what concealed is for. It doesn't regen until it's at 0 though. Yeah, that's the voltage. It'll keep going down. Each time I hit Widow's Kiss, it'll lose 114, 114, 114. And then when it hits rock bottom, when I hit this and it runs out, then it's going to go. I wonder what happens if you've got 50 left and you need 114 to activate it. That's not good. It's going to sit there at 14 or under 114, and you can never hit this power again. You'd have to have something to drain it to the bottom. So you'd probably need. So yeah. This has got me baffled. I don't know why you would add. I think concealed is nothing. You already have concealed. Enemies can't target you for 5 seconds. Enemies can't target you for 5 seconds. But you do get a base damage buff of 40%. So even though concealed is irrelevant, possibly, the rest of it's pretty nice. Coup de grace and deadly kick apply fighting focus. And what does fighting focus do? It gives plus 5% damage to all for 10 seconds. So I can have an increased 5% across my rotation. My rotation's 8 seconds. This lasts 10 seconds. Well, as we noted on Invisible Woman earlier, 5% wasn't even noticed. But this is the big question about this voltage thing. Let's go try rotation. I didn't have anything here to use. Micro drones also uses voltage, so I don't want to swap Widow's Kiss with micro drones. Something that doesn't use voltage, possibly. Like the timed explosive. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll just stick this here for now. 40% more damage for 5 seconds on Twilight cloaking device. Base damage goes up 40% for 5 seconds. So this will do 40% more damage every time I hit it. Or I could take 5% damage on my whole rotation. What's the cooldown on this thing? 36 seconds. So I can do 40% more every 36 seconds on this one power. Or do 5% more throughout my rotation and on this power. We'll see. The theory crafters can figure that one out. But I have a feeling my voltage is going to get stuck below 114 and Widow's Kiss becomes irrelevant. I can't use it anymore. Oh, I don't need to hit the basic. I could use grenades more. I could use Widow's Kiss more. But it's got a dot on it and I don't really want to. Well, my rotation's irrelevant at this point. Let's see what happens when I get below. Okay, it let you do it. Even though I think the number was below. Let's see what the number is. Yeah, I'm at 21. It let me activate it anyway. So it lets you, even though you don't have enough voltage to power it, they realized you could get into that predicament. So I don't know if this damage is any good, but my rotation really hasn't changed from on live. I mean, before the update. And of course, I didn't have to move, so the stealth coup de grace thing was irrelevant. I think after we do the Infinity system and do some gearing and stuff, that we can go see what we've got. I don't want to forget what my two powers are, my two attributes in fighting and intelligence. Let's start here. Intelligence. I give nothing up whatsoever by maxing this. And what? Just give myself more voltage? Give myself more health regen? Less voltage cost? So I've got 20 points left. Let's give myself some health regen. Voltage isn't affecting anything of what I'm doing. 6 points left. 3 of those. All right. Strength. Base damage to signature. Less damage against all attacks and summon allies. So this goes all into my signature. Boom, 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 boom. So my signature does 84.5 more damage. Energy, that's not me. I'm fighting an intellect. Not targeting you, that is me. Health on hit. Critical hit. Duh. And one over here. Fighting is me. What else is over here? Brutal Strike. She has no Brutal Strike. How's the crit? Pretty low crit. So she's not going to be brutal striking a lot. And even if she did, it's not a lot of damage. So let's put it all here in base damage. Base damage. Do I want to put it in base damage? Low numbers for physical and for damage rating. It was like I was saying earlier with Invisible Woman. If you have 1 damage, if you multiply it by 10,000, then you have 10,000 damage. If you add 1 more damage and you multiply it by 10,000, you just doubled your damage. her damage numbers are low. As this jumps up, it's not increasing a whole lot. 10% more of 2,700 is 277. 24% more is 500 damage or so. It's not a big number. But her brutal strikes are so low. 13%. I can only bump it to 18%. It's pretty negligible. I don't know. Put the rest here. One there. Can't put one there. Team up. So this gave me 0.6 of a brute chance and 24% to my base damage. But she doesn't have any damage, much at all. But she does do a lot of area. I don't need this guy.
I don't have time to wait while you sit on your thumbs.
I can put something else on my bar here. Let's put this all into area damage. As much as we can. And then defense. Speed. Attack speed. 10. Yeah, we need... What is it? I need 20 of these, I think. Not enough. 1, 2, 3. 19.2. 2 more. 19.8. How about one more then? 20. I don't use movement powers. And then the rest I can put into... I'm at ranged. I've already got an extra. Let's give her more movement speed. Oh. Is that the last one? Yeah. How's that feel? Yeah. Her normal walk is a run. So that's okay. What's that do to the motorcycle? Not that big a deal. It didn't seem to improve much. It's about the same speed as her run. Maybe a little better. Alright. Now we need to get her some... We need to fill in the holes. Her damage reduction is 32.8. Attack speed's good. Her physical and ranged crits 52. Brute's 14. So half the time she's going to be critting. Very rarely brooding. We need a ring. But like I said, we need to fill in the holes. Health. Let's look at the rings here. We need mental, physical. Physical or ranged. Let's go with ranged first. We got these guys. More crit. 2,354 health. 2,470 health. Those are nice. Considering these don't give you any health. Well, there's 419. So there's 2,400 health on this ring. Hit with a range to get damage. Crit to ranged. I can't see anything wrong with this at all. More attack speed to ranged. That's her ring. Now I don't feel so bad about my health. So let's work on. We need to get her damage. She needs lots of damage. What good is a 172% base damage if you've got such low numbers to boost? I have no way of knowing how to pick up 2,000 physical damage from 3 slots. 3. Flag. A flag works, but only up to 300 damage. We are intelligence, but no summons. We're not strength. We're not melee. We're not strength. Energy intelligence? Nope. Strength, energy, intelligence. Nope, nope, nope. We're fighting in intelligence. Nick Fury. We're another. But that's just more base damage. We need damage. So this is a possibility. We just need numbers. We need physical damage or generic damage. Mental, nope. Speed, nope. Movement, nope. Energy damage, nope. Any of these? Nope. I could pick up a bunch more intellect and crit and brute. But we need physical damage. Mental, strength. This goes up to 300 damage, but it's speed and strength. Physical damage up to 50, but it's strength. Health and brute. Speed. Energy. I've already looked at these. Energy. Intelligence. Up to 350 damage. So here gives me 20% boost to my intelligence. Increases my... Okay. We'll look at it. But I don't know. Let's keep going. Eyeless. Energy. Energy. Speed. Speed. Strength and physical damage. And only up to 300. Fighting. But it's melee. Fighting, physical damage. Up to 400 physical damage. Up to fighting. Plus brutal strike. Plus health. Plus damage to bosses. These guys, what they use to determine what they put on things is see, this thing's got up to 2 fighting, up to 1300 health, up to 250 brutal strike, up to 999 dodge, up to 5% bosses, health regeneration, up to 400 physical damage. It's a whole lot of stuff at pretty decent values, and you compare it to something else that's ranked 60 that gives you, it just doesn't compare. It's almost like this one's over budgeted and others are under budgeted or something. See, we already looked at all these, didn't we? +2 to all attributes. and up to 400 against weakened. I think I am weakening. Yep, I do have a weakening, but it's 400 damage and 2 attributes. Whereas this thing is 400 damage and 2 attributes and brutal strike and boss damage and on and on and on. Of course, you got a 15% chance to absorb 2,500 damage. Durability, strength, and fighting. Oh, I already looked at that. Summoned ally damage, Black Tom's energy, area powers, but it's energy intelligence. Summoned ally stuff, speed and strength. Up to 500 physical and summoned ally damage. Summoned ally damage they put on this thing? Robot dispenser? When you use your signature power, 279 damage rating. Durability and intelligence. Brute, lots of brute, more brute. 5% to gain 1,000 damage rating. How fast am I shooting? 12.3 per second. 5% chance is 1 in 20. So every 2 seconds I'm going to have... It's got durability on it, but... Oops. Am I looking? Nope. So about every 2 seconds I'm going to have 1,062 damage rating. When you hit. And this thing hits 12.3 times per second. I wonder if that thing gives you a buff. I wonder if you can actually see when it kicks in. Let's go play with it. I may have to unbind it, but if this keeps 1,000 damage up 100% of the time, yeah, I see nothing. %5 chance when you hit to analyze your target's weaknesses. Maybe. If I got something that hits. Where's that other pistol? The other pistol. What's it do? Alright, the other thing to do is to look at the sheet, I guess. Damage rating. I'm at 2955. There it goes. 4,000. There it goes away. Yeah, that's useless. Unbind. It gave me 4,000. It bumped me up 1,000 for a tiny bit. The way it works out, that 5% is going to be, you get 1,000 damage rating and 664 crit rating for one. Oh, it's got a 20-second cooldown. For 1 second every 20 seconds. Yeah. No, thank you. I'm not sure I even want to unbind it. I think I just want to. Those are high numbers, so let's unbind it. Oh, wrong direction.
It's a pleasure to see you.
It was nice while it lasted. It just didn't last. Physical damage. Here's a big number, but it's durability. You can have up to 750 physical damage full time. I need both those stats. Physical damage and brutal strike. And who cares about the rest of it? 9% chance when you are attacked to create a shield to absorb damage. Nothing wrong with that. Gain 14 voltage and 77 hit. Well, that's... See, that's 750 physical damage full time. 24/7. So that's a possibility. This can go up to 500 damage, but again, there's a bunch of durability you don't need. Energy damage, melee. Now we're getting down to the lower level stuff. Even though that's 500 energy damage. And then there's some of the stranger new stuff. Rauner's beard. None of this is... I think I threw away most of the strange new stuff. Fighting, but it's energy damage, mental damage, energy damage, energy damage. Everything's energy damage. Energy. She could do some energy. This one's energy. I completely forgot about that. Physical, what's her? She's a dupe inspiration. She's not a... This is energy. This is energy. Doggone it. I can't go generic physical damage. I've got 2 powers here that do energy. And so does her. Sidorak goes away. Wherever it came from. What was back here? All of these guys. Brute, crit damage. Range powers. Up to 500 on range powers. And health, fighting. Energy damage and ranged. Energy. Strength. When you hit with energy, 19.9 more boss damage. When you hit with physical, dodge. She doesn't have a mental power. So this gives dodge and 20% to bosses. Mental. Ranged. This can go up to 250, but it's got speed on it. This one, yeah, this is the overflow. I could get the +2 to all attributes and 300. What? How much was that? Let's go back up to the Tanya's love letters. So 351 to weakened and +2 to all attributes. And I do have weakened. They're weakened. So this can give me 350. This gives me 350 only to physical. Where did it come from? It's not here.
I will take this time to research our opponents.
I guess it came from there. And this is 350 generic. So we're definitely going to use this one. This one doesn't give me any damage. We've got to use the mental focus because it gives me 20% to base and it gives me 350. 350 seems to be the magic number for generic damage, for hybrid damage. And this gives me 350 and another +2 to all attributes. So this gives me +5 to intellect. This will give me +2 to intellect and +2 to fighting. And they'll both give me 350 damage. So there's 700 damage. I think I'll put Nick Fury back away. And come up with something else that gives me 350 to generic damage. Flag gives 300 to generic damage plus 1 to fighting. And the crit and brute damage are always good. So there's a possibility. I forgot she was hybrid and I need... I can't go generic ranged. See, this one was to generic damage. This one was weakened. That's alright. That's generic. Because everybody's going to be weakened. How long does that weaken last? 8 seconds. Having to relearn all these again. I guess that's just part of... Ooh, Fred Dukes. 412 generic damage. It's just got the wrong other stats on it. Here's 595 generic damage. Just don't use, you can't use the bleed. That's just, it would be a waste, but there's the damage I'm looking for. It would just be... I've got so many of these, though. I could throw one on her just for the damage. Somebody give lots of damage. Anybody. Melee. I could do with ranged damage, too. Because everything I use is ranged. Again, I don't need this guy. I haven't found something to put in its place yet. I could do the shock. Oh, that's a gauntlet. I could do stinging shot. Microdrones, why not? I've got a space available. Timed explosive. Why not? I've got a space available. Let's just throw the microdrones in. But I need an artifact that gives me a ton of damage. I need damage. Her damage is pathetically low. Physical is 2771 and energy is 2771 and generic is 2771. It's pathetically low. Why can't I find a big number like this, but be such a waste? go down to some of these other. These go up to 500. So if I could find a ranged one, here's a ranged one that gives 491 ranged. Plus it'll give a fighting. So 491 to range plus 1 fighting. That's a possibility. Mental. Physical gives dodge. Energy gives base damage to bosses. How about these guys? Strength. These will give up to 350 damage. Are they all strength? I know these boxes come from a vendor. I forget which vendor.
I do not fear psychics, Miss Cross. I've learned how to free my mind of its shackles.
I have upgraded my customer service software package.
Energy gives area damage. Physical gives brutal strike.
You will stop flapping at this instant, Gambit.
934 damage rating to area. Area. Nope. Area. I could put an area one here. But my execute and my spender are not area. But that would, something like that would be nice on Rogue if you're playing an area build, all area, or even on my Invisible Woman. Here's these boxes. Intelligence. Okay, so no, they're not all strength. I just haven't been down here in a while. So this one gives me 346 damage rating, which is very nice. More health. Ooh, look at all the numbers there. The crit's low, but only by 19. When you land a crit, we get more attack speed. So there's me some generic damage, some more health, some more crit, and more base damage. 3 intelligence. Yes, please. So there we go. These I'll use. See, this was only 1 fighting. You know, the crit damage and brute damage is nice, but 300 damage. This one's almost 350 damage. 3 to my attributes. This is 4 to my attributes. And this is 5 to my attributes. Plus 350, 350, and 350 damage. So I've picked up over 1,000 damage and 5, 4, 3, 12 more attributes, which is 48% more. All right, let's go swap the old blessings. Put stuff back away. I think I've already unbound them. Yep.
Oh, hello.
Blessing swap.
Sorry, my mind was wandering.
No, I think it's here. Yep, 100k a piece.
I have the intel. Time to work.
Wonder how. Oh, I wonder how I end up with 2 of these over here. All right. Yes. No. I want yes and yes. So I realize all that damage isn't going to show up here. Well, yeah, it is because it's generic. So now I'm up to 3,400 and 220%. So the weaken doesn't show up yet, but the other does. What did that do to my crit rating? My crit rating went to generics 53, physicals 54, energies 54. So I'm at 54 crit now. Brute's up to 20, almost 22 now. Okay, let's put all this stuff away. It's 491 deranged. Guess this one goes here. Flag goes up here. Let's put this here. Swap places. Let's put flag where it belongs. I can put another lizard up here. My out of space. Yep, even my overflow is out of space. So let's go to overflow. I didn't look at something like an EMP device. It's energy damage. And that's just danger room stuff. I don't know why I keep that. I guess if I ever go play in danger room. Magneto, Cyclops. Let's sort by item grade. Alright. Let's see what we've got with Black Widow here. We're at 29 fighting, 26 intelligence. Damage numbers up. Her damage reduction is as a ranged person would be, not a melee person. My rotation is about exactly the way it was before. The execute, I probably, see this is going to burn voltage. It's going to go away faster, but let's go see what this looks like. I may switch out micro drones. Isn't there a talent for micro drones? This one is. Double the micro drones. I don't care about the breaking stealth thing. Do I want? That's. I really shouldn't do those so quickly. Not that it matters. Because it's not costing me anything. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. I just don't know what kind of damage this is. Let's go see what kind of damage this is. Who magic?
Somebody's in for a hell of a fight.
Magic seems to be okay. I don't know if she can survive out there. She's only got a deflect, dodge, and a little health regen. Okay, good luck, magic. But I think she's set up for ranged physical. There's physical, physical energy. Physical energy and ranged. So yes, she's physical energy ranged. Where to begin? Terminals. Cosmic, of course. Let's do our usual Taskmaster, because we need to see how we work with a lot of mobs. Advanced aim robot dispenser. Choice for her damage type. Yeah. Alright, let's go round up a bunch of folks. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Not enough people here. Hey, over here. Come join the fun. Everybody's ranged though. Why didn't they all teleport to me? Alright. Let's go find us a bunch of peoples. Here's a bunch of peoples. Oh, I shouldn't have activated the signature. My bad. What a way to clear an entire room of people. Instantly refresh all powers. Energy damage 20,000 twice per second for 5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, that was my bad. Alright, let's ride the motorcycle. I'll have to go somewhere crazier to worry about the generic fodder mobs.
Alright, looks like class is in session.
Yep, I don't exist. You don't know I'm alive. Yeah, you do know I'm alive, don't you? Just remember to go invisible every now and then. Since I do have a lot of charges. Micro drones just go all over the place, don't they? They just rain all over the place. They don't hone in on a target. They just rain fire from the sky.
This is state of the art.
It's probably what it says they do. It's a gauntlet power?
Does your ledger still drip with blood, widow?
Angela was cast out of Asgard only to find herself ruling hell. Her power cannot go unchecked.
Timed explosives. Maybe this is a better alternative. That being the case, we can go back to here.
That's Ghost Rider over there, huh? Bet he's a guy that I'd have a lot in common with.
It's got 4 charges. We'll see. Let's try. How about Mr. Fisk and his clan? Can magic survive?
You know what scared me?
Mr. Fisk and his clan.
This could get messy. One queen of Limbo ready for action.
Kingpin, today you learn there's more to a fighter than size.
Where's all your buddies, guy? Oops, I just got in front of you. Something's weird. That corner of the room has got problems. Come out. Thank you. Come out here. Where the heck did you go? You teleported. I've never seen Kingpin teleport. Why is he running away from me when there's a target out there? Mob behavior is interesting to say the least.
I will add this to the arsenal.
Alright, we need something tougher. Without going to Ultron or... Alright. Let's go to... This just takes a while to get through these lieutenants. Alright. One on the left, two on the right. Oh, wait a minute. This might be a good place to see how well we work in a mob. In a cosmic mob. Yeah, we've got no issues with cosmic fodder. What's a lunar dragon? Collect lunar dragons and sell or donate them to your vendor. It's the first I've heard of them. Or I can't remember lunar dragons. 8,888 cents. Okay. All right. Okay. La 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 la, I'm invisible. Everybody come join the party. Come have some fun. Yeah, I've got to remember to start trying to look for lucky red envelope, lunar lantern. Need to start remembering to pick up cores. The newer cores are better than anything that we brought from before the update. So I just need to pay attention. But you don't need green or blue cores, and I don't know why they're dropping in Cosmic Curse, green or blue ones. But the blue ones are about the equivalent of what we brought over from. All right, curse is next. I hit something weird when I went up the steps. I lost control of the motorcycle when I went up the steps. Which makes sense in real life, but not in a video game. Over here, guys. Come back here to my little corner. My corner of death. Oh, I guess I better pay attention instead of looking at my bar. Oh, did magic die? No?
Get ready to scream.
No, she didn't. I don't know what happened there.
This is state of the art.
And let's try Cosmic Hightown.
You look worried, Widow. Thought this was supposed to be fun.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Cosmic Hightown. It's already cosmic difficulty. How is the update? The part of it that I'm doing, I'm enjoying. But the part I'm doing is working through all my characters, relearning them. So it's new and shiny to me. It's like I've started this brand new free game. And I've got to learn how to play again. So I've not really spent much time out there in the content. It's been more of a, okay, what's this talent trait do and how does it affect me and how's this going to work and building and I'm spending, it's taken me about 2 characters per day to do that. I might get through 3 today, and I think I got through 3 yesterday. So and then once I get a build, then I go out and try them in cosmic content.
This is state of the art.
I don't need those cosmic reliquaries. Don't pick them up. Pick everything up. I might need those if they put cores in them. War Scroll. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't drag Crossbones down here. That's going to give meleeers a big issue. I don't want to go up there. No, thank you. Something keeps dragging Crossbones back. Execute. I have no idea what kind of damage I'm doing. If it's any good or bad or...
My fighting speaks for me. Take the hint.
You didn't even have powers to feel.
It wasn't too bad going through Cosmic Curse, damage-wise. The lieutenants are always take time, but I'm thinking she's doing much more damage than most of my characters that I've taken through Cosmic Curse at this point. I'm closer than I like. There we go. I hear a Deadpool out there somewhere. Yeah, I think she's okay. Oops. Left the world stone somewhere. I still think I run as fast as my motorcycle goes. Just seems that way. Just seems that run as fast as the motorcycle goes.
Hawkeye, your mouth flies even faster than your arrows.
Okay, I'm running out of cosmic characters that I can work on until after the next update. Possibly the next update. And what I'm talking about is, let me put this here and show you what I'm talking about. These characters, their primary attributes are going to be changing in the first update patch. So the cosmic characters that I have are Cable, Jean Grey, Kitty Pryde, Rocket Raccoon, and Squirrel Girl. Those 5 cosmic characters that I have, cosmic prestiged, I'm not going to touch them until after this first update. So I think I've worked through all the others. Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Invisible Woman, Kate Bishop, Magic. Oh, I haven't done Rogue. I've done Scarlet Witch. Rogue's the only one left that's not on that list. But Rogue, I need to spend more time just, well, let's look at Rogue. I spent some time yesterday and went and stole some powers from bosses and from players. I just ran around the hubs. Let me go dump this stuff out of the way. I'll deal with it later. Off camera. Okay, something went to... Let's take a peek. No. Nope. Alright. I went and collected some powers. I got kind of the same powers that I played before the update. I've got the Solar Strike, which is a melee area punch. I got Blood and Thunder from Beta Ray, which is a damage dot layer. See, I like to have dot layers ticking while I'm punching. I haven't found a vulnerability unless you use her Crash Down Strike. Rubber Slam, I mean. Rip up a chunk of earth and use it as a weapon. So there's a vulnerability. And I've got volcanic explosion from the Herald of Ash. That probably, I don't know who that can. I don't know where that can. Raging Cajun, of course. I'm energy focused. Energy, energy, energy. Raging Cajun energy. I've got a physical in here, and I've got a mental dot. So she can use power dupe. I've got a physical power to kick off the 4,000 brutal damage, and I've got a mental power that gives me 514 damage rating. You know, all I have to do is a quick teleport to kick off this dot, this mental dot. So I've got the power dupe set up. Just like I had, and I've got the area. Just like I had previous. I've got this damage boost or steroid, and I've got this steroid. And well, you know, this isn't a steroid, but it adds more damage to every punch, more energy damage per punch. And this is just a nice explosion. Damage increased by health. So the more health I get, the more damage this is going to go up. I don't have the health that I had on what are her attributes? Her attributes are durability and fighting. So we're going to get a bunch of health from the durability. Durability and fighting. Defense and deflect base, which she should be. All your big, well, she's not big, but all your bruiser type characters should be defense deflect. People that are going to be in melee swapping bad breath. Does she have a bleed? Uppercut. I could add a bleed. Let's look at her durability, strength. Nope, we don't need this. These are generic, so they're okay. Both of these are generic, so they're okay. Oh, wow. I gave her a... let me put this back on here. I gave her a defensive one, an offensive one, a utility one, which gives her the +1 to all attributes. So I don't know how well that is now. Well, this gives fighting, durability, and strength. Strength's the only thing she's not using, but the fighting and durability are. But it's not rolled correctly. I could find a better one if I wanted to stick with this guy. And I definitely don't need the speed. I must have needed spirit recovery. She's still using...
I'm just all dressed up with nowhere to go.
She's still using spirit. I'm in melee. One, I don't have a movement power. Oh yeah, I do. Every time I lay this dot down, I move. So I've got this bad boy. So I have to lay this down every 5 seconds. So even before it runs out, to keep up the 30% damage bonus. I gave her defense because she's in there bruising it up. Macron. I must have had some spirit issues with her to have a Macron on her. And a lizard. 1 to all attributes while moving, gains 6% damage rating and 3% defense. Well, I'm while moving for 5 seconds. And I've got to 5 seconds to keep this 30% buff up. So 36% stays up as long as I teleport every 5 seconds. And I am all area based. So that's 3% base damage to area. How did my rolls end up? They rock bottom for that one. Fighting durability, rock bottom. I've got Batrox on her, which is fighting and speed. So that would need to be replaced. I've got Batrox on a lot of my characters because those were good boots before the update. Fighting durability, that wasn't too bad of rolls. Fighting durability. The durability is what's lacking. And that's why my health is low. I got a bad durability roll here. A bad durability roll there. A bad durability roll there. And I got a max fighting roll there. So we're lacking a lot of durability off of our gear. We can probably pick that up elsewhere. Wow, that's a pretty decent energy damage, mental damage, +1 energy. Not anymore. Energy, mental. Alright, but my damage reduction, look at this damage reduction. A while ago, Black Widow's was 33, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to play Black Widow melee. And this must be coming from her defense rating multiplier. This gives her 3%, I'm sure. Yep. Bullseye. I must have needed crit. I don't know where she's getting all her defense from. That's just 3%. You can tell when they think a character should be a melee character, because as soon as you bring them in for the first time and you look at this number, it's like, oh, it's a good 10% higher than, and then somebody like Black Widow, because she has a lot of stealth, I guess they figure she can get by with 10% less. Yeah, not in Cosmic, she can't. Even with stealth. At range, it works perfect for her. But if somebody wants to play her melee, good luck. They're going to throw a Perseus on her. See, my Spider-Man, or Spider-Girl, I play Spider-Girl, has 51% damage reduction. But he's got a Perseus on. She's got a Perseus on her. Captain Marvel is at this level. Which makes sense. Rogue stole Captain Marvel's powers. So this is what I threw out here. I don't know how well it works. But I've got my one physical power, which is Kitty Pryde's takedown. That kicks off my 4,000 brutal damage. That gives me 4,000 brutal damage for 17 seconds. And then my teleport, which I need to do often, gives me my 514 damage rating for 17 seconds. And spirit recovery. So I've built her triple hybrid. She's also melee and range. So she's all high. She's got the whole thing going there. She's durability fighting, and she's defense deflect, and gets 8% more damage reduction when fighting. So she's up to 54% when she's punching out. That's way better than Spidey, I think. Where are you, Spider Girl?
Look out! Here comes the Spider Girl.
Okay, Spider Girl's 51 and then gets another 8 on top of that. So, no. But I've got a Perseus on her, so that's why she's so high. Captain Marvel does not have a Perseus, and she's only 40. So yeah, this surprises me that Rogue has this much damage reduction.
Hey there, sugar. We ready to rock?
45. She's 5% higher than Captain Marvel, and I haven't even started working with her yet. Wonder if something I chose down here. I gave her Black Cat's feline reflexes. Why did I do that? Whenever you're defeated, instead you restore 3% of your health. Oh, I gave myself a second. I gave her 9 lives. I don't know why. I just thought that would be funny. Give her Black Cat's 9 lives. Critical hit multiplier, more damage. And give other people more damage and crit hit multipliers. Ah! This is why I'm at 45% damage reduction. I gave her Kraven's superhuman longevity. That's why this number's so high. Kraven. So that makes more sense. If I swap this for Deadpool's health regen, yeah, I lose 5% damage reduction and gain 210 health per second, which goes up to 210 health per second if I fall below 35% health. Yeah, why would I want 210 health per second when I can have 5% damage reduction from Kraven? If I can remember where he is. Kraven. I don't even know what he looks like. There he is. So you slap a Perseus on her and she's insane tank. Alright, let's see what our traits do. Alright, durability gives a defense rating modifier. So any durability hero is going to have higher damage reduction. Yeah, it would be funny to see somebody like Colossus or Thing or even Juggernaut who didn't have durability. It would be, what? But they can't give durability, I guess, to everybody that's, you know, well, there's not that many of them. I don't know. I haven't looked at a spreadsheet, and Wilfred Wong probably has one, or a chart that shows here's all your durability characters that have durability as an attribute. Total recall, less than 5 seconds. Total recall. Recall overload cooldown becomes 23 seconds. That's a good thing until I come up with something better. Recall Overload now deals mental damage and restores 20% more spirit. That's a possibility if I have spirit issues. Deals physical damage and has a 5% higher critical hit chance. We'll see. Right now, having it available more often is pretty nice. Base damage 15% for stolen powers and minus, but it costs you more spirit for the stolen powers. Okay, these are considered the stolen powers, I'm sure. Because everything over here is her base kit. So I could make all of these do 15% more damage if I'm not having spirit problems. Because all of these are stolen. Well, except this and this. Except these two. But everything else is stolen. 15% more for marvelous physique power. So if you like to play her bruiser powers, then over here you go. And here's your trait. Your talent, I mean.
So, we doing this or what?
If you're having difficulty in melee, here's another 5% damage absorbed. Boom! Oh, it doesn't show up over here. It's too bad. But it should be 50 now. And my health went up. Oh, it probably does show up over here. I forget you have to... Nope. You close and open it. It didn't change. So there you go if you want more survivability, more health. Didn't I have something that the more health I had, the more something else? I don't remember now. Damage increased by health. So it's 67.2 now. 67.2. And if I go back to this guy, it's 60.8. So it gave me 7% more damage on this power by having that much more health. But this one gives me 15% to it. But I might have spirit costs. We'll see. Or does that also help with my spirit cost? I think that also helps with spirit cost. All right. Loose gloves. Gloves off is automatically applied at no cost whenever you use recall overload. Okay, this... Wow. Gloves off is automatically applied at no cost whenever you use recall overload. Recall overload's 23 seconds. This thing is 1 minute. I can't be reading that right. If I get a gloves off every 23 seconds, yeah. Plus I can remove this from my bar and add another damage layer. All day, all night. I don't even want to look at what the next two are. My first question is, does gloves off put something over here so I can tell? No, you can't tell that it's on. That's a bummer. So you don't really know if this is working or not. Sneaky, sneaky. So you don't know if it's actually doing what it says if it doesn't show you. I guess you could go beat on things, and I'm sure the theory crafters are going to figure this one out, but that's insane. I get a gloves off ever. You should see a visual on your hero. Oh. Okay. Well, it's a whole 1 minute cooldown, so. Oh, it's back. No, it's not. 16 seconds. "10 seconds, I'll tell you if you're right or wrong." Your Luke Cage has 57%. That's good. As long as you feel like you're doing enough damage to do solo cosmic terminals. You know, you can build somebody really tough, but you start banging your head against the wall because you're sitting there beating on them forever. So you have to do a happy medium. You want to take things down at a reasonable rate. All right. Let's see if we see something on Rogue when I pop this power. Okay, maybe it's the green glow to her fists. How long does it last? 15 seconds. So in 15 seconds, let's see if her green glow goes away on her fists. Yes. So you were right. Now, let's do this guy. You can't see green glow on her wrists. Okay, there's the green glow. Oh my gosh. There it goes. And in 4 or 5 seconds. There's the green glow. Yeah, I don't even want to look at the other two. Let's do. I'm curious. You move 30% faster while channeling aerial onslaught. And it reduces the cooldown of Kree charge. Okay. So if you use the Kree charge, which I'm not using, and you wanted to make sure you could not be so hampered by the cooldown, you could take a second off of that cooldown, but that's if you rated these two between 1 and 100, this one's at 1 and this one's at 2,000. What's this one do? Drain life and extreme drain deal 20%. Blah 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 blah. I hope nobody tells the devs what they did. I hope they keep their mouth shut. Let's find me another power to put on the bar. Could be anything. I could have squirrels. Let's see if I can find another power up. Remove stealthy escape. Yeah, I'm already using teleportal from magic. Gloves off for 15 seconds every 23 seconds. I'd get up and do the Snoopy happy dance. Alright. No, we want area damage or another steroid of some kind. I've got godly. No, I don't have godly valor. And this restores some spirit. Let's go see what our spirit consumption is. Let's go see if I need something to help me with spirit. Hello. Oh my gosh. Let's go give her something that burns a lot of spirit. We are pretty neutral with spirit. Oh, I didn't have to leave there. I keep forgetting I don't have to go to my stash to get my powers. They're right here. Let's find something fun. Electromagnetic flux. Nah, it's not area. Rain of fire. Firestar's Rain of Fire. Chaotic Hex, no. Devastating Char. Ooh, Rhino. Instantly destroy all normal and elite enemies, including players. I've been instantly destroyed by Rhino. 100% if fully charged. Yeah, I could teleport away and charge back in. That would look funny. What would Rogue doing Rhino's charge look like? Where'd it go? I put it here. Let's see what this looks like. Face this way. Alright. Rhino's charge. Oh, and it's pretty quick. I'm glad Rhino's charge isn't that quick. I don't know how much damage it did, but 68k on a brute. It's not a lot of damage. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta charge it. It's a charge power. I don't like charge powers. Okay, here goes. 305k on a crit. I'm not going to use it, but it's pretty funny to see her do a charge. Yeah, what else? Let's just stay where we were. Not Rhino's charge. Blink strike. I wonder if I could find something that gives invulnerability. Blink strike doesn't give invulnerability. Photonic wave from Captain Marvel. That would be thematic. It does damage and another damage layer. What's my rotation? Oh, it's Doctor Strange type rotation. Just hit cooldowns as they come due. Blink strike, photonic, denizens of another place. Oh, I could bring... Well, if this is magics, where does teleportal come from? The Deceiver. I must have gotten this from... I don't know where it came from. Simian Strength. I receive 5% damage. I do 5% more damage. No wonder we all butcher Man-Ape to death. Poor guy. Can only be activated when below 60% health. And you do 5% more damage, but you take 5% more damage. I see nobody in the world ever taking that. If it was an increase in, I don't know, 20% damage maybe? Ranged area attrition. Here's a dot layer I could add. Mists. Here's Mordos. Here's a dot layer. 6 seconds of 3k. But this one's 6.7 seconds of 4k. So why would I want that one? A lot less spirit cost. But I don't have a spirit issue. Ooh, Iron Fist. What does this do? Mental damage on your next vaulting uppercut. I'm not using vaulting uppercut. And I get 10% deflect. Rubble Slam, get something. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Blast off. Oh, that's just another movement power. Flanked from above, from Angel. Attack and movements. You get, okay, this is a steroid. Use Angel's wings to fly into the air and plummet into enemy formations, decimating anything. So it does physical damage and then gives me 10% attack and move speed. 10% to movement powers, which is just my one teleport. And I generate some health for 10 seconds. 10% attack speed. It's got to be something better. I could have some summonses running around adding more. I could have ice golems. Weaving web. Project a strand of Arachne's psychic webbing. Okay, here's my vulnerability. I'm missing a vulnerability. I can get 10%. Here's the vulnerability that I'm missing. Or I could add Rubble Slam. This does 7k damage to apply vulnerability. But there's no cooldown. Whereas this does 47k, does vulnerability, and has an 8-second cooldown. Yeah, the Rubble Slam's a better choice between the two. Though you could use this to just like Spider-Man, and that'd look funny with Rogue doing that, but here's a damage layer, but it's only 33 twice per second. Okay, that's 4k twice per second. But this also adds slow, but I've already slowing them somewhere. I guess not.
Come on, do something.
Not that it's a big deal. So this adds a slow and to burning. This doesn't say it doesn't apply a burn, but charge yourself with lava-like energy. Okay, it's just energy. It's not a burn. Oh! Crashing hail. So I could either rain fire or rain hail. This slows their movement speed and attack speed. So that's a possibility. Crashing hail. Rogue smash. Oh, it's a charge up power. Rogue smash. Shadow strike. Electra's shadow strike. Vault into the air and execute. Cooldown is reduced by 1 second whenever you use a cooldown power. Cooldown. 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 At least there's 4 in the rotation. 5 if every 23 seconds. So what was that? Shadow strike. So about, oh, I could already do it every 8 seconds anyway. But about every 5 seconds or 4 seconds I could do a shadow strike. I wonder what that looks like. Oh, I forget. You don't drag and drop. You just select it and... Oh, I didn't put it on the bar. Okay. How does that look in the rotation? That one's due. That one's due. That one's due. That one's due. I don't really see it So I don't know. It's pretty neat, but I'd like a power boost here. A steroid of some kind. Ugh. Or a damage layer or something. Alright, where were we? Right here. Pyrotechnic burst. Human torches, energy damage. Gain a stack of heating up on activation. When you reach 20 stacks, you become overheated, leaving behind a trail of fire. Oh yeah, I played with that a little bit, and I wasn't a fan. Static field. Okay, this is electros. It's a stun. It's 3K per second. Increases your speed. Mr. Hyde's shockwave. If an enhancement is currently active, gets plus 50% damage. Fires 7 additional shockwaves around Rogue. If an enhancement is active. Like Raging Cajun. Raging Cajun's going to be active 10 seconds every 30 seconds. Let's put this one up here. It's a steroid. So where was I? Static field. Empowered shockwave. Reaping scythes from Grim Reaper. And it generates health. Psychokinetic explosion from Jean Grey. Pulls everything towards me. There's a possibility. I always like this power. Oh, I can't drag and drop it until I get it here. But I've already got this guy, so I really need a either a steroid or a damage over time, damage layer. So I like this power, but it doesn't fit what I need to be using right now. Petrifying Gaze. No, it's a channel. Don't like channels. This is a channel. Damnation. Boy, that's a good power, though. Fangs of Ferala. Illusionary Projection. Nope. Lightning Orb from Doctor Doom. Nah. Psychokinetic Barrier. It adds a weaken. It does about 4K twice per second. Ricochet. Ricochet Blast. So this was 4K for 6.7 seconds. This is about 4K for 8.9 seconds. Could even be fired range. 19.6 spirit cost, 19.6 spirit cost. You could... This duration 6.7. Cooldown 4 seconds, but you wouldn't want to send it out before it's finished because it wouldn't stack. So it's really got a 6.7 cooldown. This one's 8.9 duration. You got to apply this more often. And this is 100 less. 82, 18. Yeah, 100 less. But it also weakens them and slows them. And yeah.
Are you trying to make me die, Gordon?
Yes, ma'am. Trying to make you die, Borden. All right. Let's see what kind of rotation we got now. Go here, here, here. There's no cooldown on attrition. That's interesting. So I need to do number 3 before I do number 4 each time. Oh, I don't want to forget to teleport too. Well, but this applies me my mental damage if I forget to teleport. Well, I will be teleporting. I've got no spirit issues. We're neutral, spirit-wise. Let's go do some, well, again, I didn't have to leave back there to set the infinity points. I could stay here and do infinity points. All right, we are fighting durability. I have no issues with spirit. I can give myself a ton more spirit. Or some health regen. Don't really have any health regen. Should I just... How much health regen do you get per 7 points? You get 14. So you could potentially get 350 health regen per second. Which never hurts when you're in melee. But doesn't something down here increase my health regen something crazy? I guess not. Spirit recovery. Spirit restored. How about my 2 traits? Yeah, this is the one that gives me the 5% damage reduction. This raises my critical hit and damage. And this gives me 9 lives. Let's just have some health regen. Why not? What else do I need over there? Nothing. Strength? Nope. Don't need strength. Signature power. I'm popping my signature power every 23 seconds until they... until the devs catch wind of it. I don't need... I could take less damage. No, it's all going right here. 23 seconds. Bump it up by 84.5%. Energy, nope. I am fighting durability. Fighting durability. So what's over here? The crit, of course. 4% more crit. Health on hit. Fighting. It's going to eat into brute, but where are we anyway? With our brute is tiny. Damage rating is tiny. Base damage is tiny. Physical damage is tiny. Energy is tiny. Well, no, it's 3k. So, where's my crit? Crit base is 52 already. Physical, energy. Energy's the little most crit. So we're critting more than half the time, and brutes are very few and far between. I could bump my brute up 5% at the cost of 24% base damage. But I'm in the same spot that I was in with Black Widow a while ago. I'll need a lot of artifacts that give me a lot of damage. Or I could give me artifacts that give me a lot of brute. But I still need a lot of damage, because these numbers are low. And like I said earlier, you know, you multiply a little number and you don't get you don't get a whole lot. You multiply a big number and you do get a lot. Let's throw it here for now.
This weight's a load of hogwash.
Sorry for the hogwash. Durability. Here we go. Lots of health. And area. I'm giving up area damage to get lots of health, but that's okay. And damage. It gives me 24% of my damage. So that's no big deal. And 1% on defense. Time gem. Speed. Attack speed. Where is my attack speed? Okay, it doesn't need much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. Alright, we're at 20%. Movement powers. I'm not using movement powers. So I can lessen my teleport. I need to use it every... How often? Oh, wait. I don't now. Now that I've got this. Well, this means I just need to use it every 17 seconds. I thought there was something else I needed to do. I want to run faster. Ooh. Okay, I didn't expect that. Let me see how that feels. Yeah, still doesn't feel very good. She's obviously not speed based like some of the characters are. So I'll keep that, and then I'll just pump the rest over here. I got 4 extra points, so let's do this. Because I'm sure this will probably work with about 18. Yep, that gives me 20%. And let's put 2 here and then put the rest here. Yep, I still got 100. And I got a third one here. Alright. I haven't looked at her synergies yet. Area. Brutal strike. Crit. Energy. Melee. Ranged. Melee. Probably should have found another melee attrition of some sort. Because I could... or another energy power. Well, there's mental. Melee, there's range. So I've got everything covered except physical, which is this power. And I need that for the 4,000 brutal damage rating. So I think we're okay here. Got a fighting attribute. I could get the durability attribute. I could drop 3%. I can drop 3% on mental and 3% on energy to pick up 4% on everything. And I could drop 3% here to pick up 4% on everything. Where's Emma? Emma. Actually, the other one was a better choice. Where is Jean? Jean, I'm going to give up Jean for Emma. Never. To get my 1 durability. But I also could pick up some mental crit. Nah. We're okay. I've only got the... an energy attrition power would be better off, I think. But then that would force me to teleport. But I have a feeling in Cosmics I'm going to be teleporting pretty often anyway. The duration on this is 6.7 seconds. So I want to at least teleport every 7 seconds anyway. So I could really... Was there an energy attrition power? That's mental. Don't want to go through all these again. Photonic... Where is it? Here. This is an energy blast plus attrition. So let's switch to Photonic Blast. Oh, it changed automatically down here. Auto magically. Hey, bub. Okay. I like what I got. I want to take a 2-minute break and then we're going to go... Well, we can't go smash things yet. Let's find 2 artifacts. Well, finding 2 artifacts might take a while, so I'm going to take a 2-minute break and stretch my legs, and I encourage you guys to do whatever you want to do. For 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Oh, wait, before I run, I did just see my YouTube video finished from this morning. This morning was Invisible Woman. It is now on YouTube. It finished. So, okay. 2 minutes. I'll be back. Okay. We need 2 artifacts. Preferably some with health and durability. Our crit has somehow gone through the roof. I got no problems with that. The brute still doesn't exist, but it doesn't matter. There's no brute damage. Base damage is low. We need health, durability, and it's getting to be a recurring theme. Health and damage. Health and damage. In this case, durability will improve health also. I only got 2 artifact slots left. Thank you. I was like, whoa. Let's see. Can I open her? Yeah, I can open her toolbox now. Or whatever it's called. This thing. Oh, I looked at her pet, but it's probably not an optimal pet. 1 to all attributes. I can get her a durability pet. Probably one with 8% health. Let's look at stored pets first, and then we'll go digging through durability. When you use an energy power, gain deflect and base damage to ranged. When you move, gain 4% area damage and 4% base defenses, 3% base damage. Ooh, I don't like that 3% total defense rating at the top. Durability. When you use an energy power, gain deflect and damage to range. No. Nope. Let's look for somebody who's got a durability. Let's do it this way. All right. Nope. Durability. When you use energy, gain deflect to ranged powers. Nope. Ant-Man, intelligence, fighting, all those fighting +3 fightings that we worked so hard to get before the update. Durability, ultimate powers. Area, take less damage. Yeah, I don't know why I looked at him. Intelligence, fighting, energy, fighting. Oh, energy. Energy. What? Energy. Oh, I just stuck it there to get it out of the way. I remember now. Energy, fighting, strength. Gene is durability while moving for 5 seconds. So earlier, that's why I was thinking I needed to teleport at least every 5 seconds to keep up your 6% base damage rating and 3% defensive rating to keep those going. But this will work. I definitely want to take the orange Iron Buddy off because I haven't worked with Gene yet. So here's a good choice for now.
Let me show you my latest experiments.
Yeah, do that. Show me your latest experience. And pretend I'm paying attention.
Oh, shucks. You picked a little me.
So there's a start. Let me give this back to Jean. Jean has to have the orange buddy, because that means she was my third cosmic prestige. Behind Scarlet and whoever the red one was. I've forgotten now already. That's why I keep those on them. So I remember who I did in what order. She was third. So she got orange. I forgot now who's on red. Was it Kate Bishop? I think Kate Bishop has the red one. All right. Juggy. Oh yeah, I stuck a cow on him because I didn't like playing him. Yep, no, she's the purple Iron Buddy. Kitty I haven't worked with yet. Loki. Luke. Fighting. So many +3 fightings. Because we... Cow, nobody on the cow. Nobody on the cow. Nothing. Alright, Psylocke is not durability. She's fighting. He's fighting. Rocket is energy. Rogue is who I'm working on. Scarlet is finished. She's my gold. She was my first cosmic prestige. So she had the cosmic Iron Buddy. She's intelligence. Durability? Nope. Strength. Surfer? Nothing. I didn't like Surfer. I'll have to retry him now after the update. Fighting. Energy? Nothing. Strength? I think we're running out. Durability was so underwhelming. The purple's not filled in here. Critical and attack on hit. Pretty underwhelming. But that 8% base health looks nice. I don't think this one had 8%. It's 8%. Oh. Venom's next. Strength. Energy. Fighting. Strength. Nothing. Strength. Yeah, why play Wolverine when you can play X-23? Okay, so this is her pet. I need to close this. Thank you. I needed her to come back. Alright, we still need the durability and health. But every 5 seconds I need to remember to teleport. Which probably won't be a problem when I'm trying to survive in Melee. Artifact time. We need generic damage. Generic damage first. Range damage second. I mean melee damage second. Or area damage second. Area second. Area and generic are my preferred damage types. Melee would be third. Melee and energy would be third. No bleeds. I'm not using a bleed. Maybe I should use a bleed power. Maybe I should give this guy up and bring in her. Vaulting uppercut. And use a furry mane. And that would give me 600 damage rating and nearly 600 crit. That must be a pretty well rolled furry mane. Not really, not particularly. Yeah, it is. We're at 90% of, and it only goes to about 610 or so. So we could use a furry mane on her. But it wouldn't be an area power. That's annoying. But you know, for the extra 600 crit and 600 damage rating and 500 defense, who cares if one of my powers is not area? It is an attrition, a dot. We'll come back to that. We'll revisit that. I can always get rid of, and I can always put a main on her. I've got like 3, I think I've got 3 mains that aren't being used right now. And maybe more, because I haven't gone through all my characters on my account and all their mains. They're furry mains. Crit, brute, fighting. I want health and durability and damage. I've already got these. What did I end up putting on? The Widow. The Widow ended up with, well, she had intelligence though. But one of these I could find that has durability or fighting on it. That gave her 350 damage. This gave her 350 damage plus 2 to all attributes. Because she did weakened. I don't think I'd do a weakened. Nope, I have no weakens. And this did 350 damage, but it had 5 intelligence on it, so she's just too smart. So we've got we have to learn all of these again. There's some melee damage, but I'm focusing on generic and 7% chance to gain 421 damage rating for 5 seconds when you hit with a melee power. But 3% chance to taunt and enrage nearby enemies. Yeah, I don't think so. Not in Cosmics. Enemies targeting you, that will not always be the case, and it's strength. Energy, intelligence, and strength. Ranged, fighting, and intelligence. Area, mental. 940 crit and brute. And defense. And +1 to all attributes. Speed, movement powers, energy damage. Energy is a low priority. Strength is low. Intelligence.
Slower than molasses, ain't ya?
Yes, ma'am. I need fighting and durability. Brutal strike. Mental. Strength and durability. Range. Oh, I've already got one of those. What's this do? Strength. What's this do? Speed and strength. What's going on upstairs? Waxing the floors. 264 damage rating. Speed. Energy. Critical hit to range. Energy. Intelligence. Energy. Lizard's formula gives a whole lot of damage rating. Whole lot of damage rating. There's 576 on this one. What was on that one? 587. But 2 speed. These are in reverse order. So this is nearly 600 damage, but it gives you 2 speed, which increases dodge and lessens damage taken from area attacks. This one had fighting and durability on it, but no damage. Wow. Alright, strength. I was just looking at this. Fighting. Physical damage. Strength. +2 to all attributes and weakened. Energy and summoned ally damage. Area. But energy and intelligence. This area goes up to 600. Energy. Physical and energy damage. Speed and strength. Physical. Lots of brutal strike. Durability, intelligence. Durability and energy damage. And some ranged. Durability, physical damage, and health. Why didn't they leave this generic damage? I'm going to put this here just to remind me. Energy. Speed. Melee. Fighting. Energy damage. Here's big numbers of big amounts of energy damage, but fighting. Physical, ranged, melee. Two fighting and 2 speed. Energy. Energy, ranged, area. And crit. We're mostly energy. It's got area. How high does area go up to? We could get up to 350 area, 250 energy, and 450 ranged. Physical. Lots of physical. But it's Ultron stuff. Mental and intelligence. Ooh, hit with an energy, you get 20%. Hit with a mental, you get 794. Hit with a physical, you get dodge. So there's 794 generic damage rating, but no durability and no health. But 19.9% against bosses. There's 794 damage rating. That's 794. So this works good with my power dupe, which gives me 514 damage rating, 794 damage rating. I don't know that the dodge would do anything for me. 6% multiplier. I guess every little bit of dodge helps. The pickings are thin. 262 damage rating. There's a fighting. Oh, there's another one of these. I need to put closer to these guys. Tanya's love letter, +1 doll attributes. Could be a +2 doll attributes, but you have to have weakened for it to work. Speed. Durability. Strength. Alternate reality grenade. Physical, brute. Mental, brute. Energy, 966. Somebody mentioned that earlier. Advanced aim robot dispenser, somebody mentioned. This is the anti-reality grenade. That gives me almost 1,000 brute, almost 800 crit to area powers, and 966 damage rating. But no durability, no health. So here's 1,750 damage. Plus a lot of other stuff. Oh, I need to get rid of this. See, it's got 2 energy on it. So let's keep going. Fighting. Physical damage rating. There's another one of these that they killed the generic damage on and shouldn't have. My opinion. I'm into the overflow stuff now. Nick Fury is fighting an intelligence. There's my overflow furry mane. Fred Dukes gives you durability and damage rating. Don't need the strength. Gives you some health. Pyro. Anything else look unfamiliar up here? Low level stuff. And then the overflow. Health and strength. Chili pepper. Burning. Mental defense, 872 damage. Fear, if things are feared. There's a bunch of brute. Physical energy.
There might not be a party going on without me.
There's not. Fighting and energy damage. Physical. Yeah. They stuck energy on these. 2,000 health, 1,000 defense. Energy. Lots of energy. Plus a fighting, plus some health. Mental. Energy. Up to 596, but there's no health or durability on it. Energy, attack speed, blah, 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 blah. And a partridge in a pear tree. Danger room. EMP device. What was this again? 2 durability. It's just pretty annoying. This is where they screwed up on the white suit jackets. This used to be generic damage. Now it's physical. But I can pick up 16% base damage and 2.5k health. And 444 damage to this power. Why did they screw up the white suit jacket? It used to be a good generic, even though it wasn't optimal, a good generic artifact to use on anybody. It gave defense, health, and generic damage. I don't care if they had to lower the generic damage to 350. They could have left it 350. Or they could have lowered it to 350 instead of changing it to physical. Though somebody out there who needs the health and the durability and the physical power damage is very happy that the white suit jacket is that. But I'm not. Because let's pop these on and see what I've got left.
How can I help you?
Transfer blessings. This guy and this guy. They're bound. I need to unbind them while I'm here. Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the one I want. Unbind this one. Unbind this one. Oh. All right. Let's move back over here. I'd still like to pick up durability and health. Another lizard, huh? It needs to go into overflow. Bloop. It's probably a good lizard, though. I mean, it's probably got good rolls. 87%, 85, and 100. Let's look at what's in the... Yeah, it's probably the best one I have. It is. It's the best one I have. So let's swap. And put this one into overflow. And I've got to put this guy into overflow. These don't come in durabilities, do they? Intelligence, 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 intelligence. How about these guys? They come in, they probably come in other, what? Let me look at one of those real quick. Damage rating, health, some sort of attribute.
I don't think Tony has an extra one of these suits laying around Nova, but you're free to ask.
You.
I have upgraded my customer service software package.
Energy, strength, see. Advanced aim robot dispenser. Okay. Strength, intelligence, and energy. I guess they only come in strength, intelligence, and energy. They probably don't come in durability or fighting. These portal generators come with a lot of energy damage and some durability. The range would be wasted except on this power and this power.
Kurt, you fuzzy little freak. You got some nerve sneaking up on me.
How annoying is this? I've still got... At this point, I'm looking for... Well, this it seems low, but... Bam! There's an extra 966 damage to this power, this power, this power, this power, this power. You get the idea. This power. So as soon as I start fighting, I get 966 damage rating. I get 794 damage rating as soon as I hit with this power, or this power. I got to remember now I got to keep, every 5 seconds I've got to move 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds I got to remember to at least teleport once. And I could probably put it in, well, I don't have a set rotation really. I just remember to move, because that kicks in my mental here too, which gives me another 514 damage rating. So I get 1300 damage rating every time I teleport. So I need to do that at least once every 10 seconds. And when you're in melee, you're going to want to move. Teleport's not going to be that big a deal. And 10 seconds is not going to hurt the cooldown thing. It's only when you have to move multiple times, multiple quickly. But I still need one more something. So how about something that just gives me a lot of health? Besides a white suit jacket. This gives me health and durability. The physical applies to 1 power. If this was generic damage like it used to be, it would be perfect. But it's not. And I want to strangle whoever changed that. I understand that they couldn't leave it 500 generic damage because all they did was change the defense to durability, 2 to 4 durability. But I wish they'd left it generic damage and dropped it to 250 to 350 or 200 to 320 or something. I can still use this and get a big advantage for using it. Get good, it's useful to me, but it's just, it could have been so much better. Could have been so much better. So where's the portal thing? Here. I can get 431, and that's even low. I need to re-roll this guy. The ranged power is going to be a waste, but I can get 2 durability and 500 energy damage. And the majority of my power everything's energy except this power and this power. And they're just there to trigger the power dupe stuff. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm just going to re-roll this bad boy.
Let me show you my latest experiments.
If that's still in the game. Re-roll artifact. It's not here. It's got to be over here then. Nope, it's not here. Transfer blessing. Remove visual effect. Random artifact. Affixes. It costs 200k. I could save 20%. If I just go change my... But I'm not. Alright. Give me two.
Thanks to bust a couple of heads before this is all done.
2 durability, 500. Ha! First time. I don't even care if ranged is at the bottom, which it's not. How lucky can you get? Transfer blessing. So that gives me over 500 energy damage and 4 more durability, which did not have any effect on my health whatsoever. Weird. Oh, it doesn't. I forgot. It's new now. It's defense. It just gave me another % of damage reduction, probably. Nope, didn't even do that. Yeah, I really wish the white suit jacket worked. I wished it wasn't. And I still could go and do the main, the furry. No, the main doesn't give you any health. It's just all a big mess. All a big mess. Ooh, over here. So is that it? We've been through the Infinity System. We've been through... Let's go see how bad or good this is. Who do I have here? Arachne.
If the X-Men need my help, it's got to be serious.
Let's go, Arachne. Let's start off like we usually do. Oh, Taskmaster. What's the matter with you? You should be up here. Oh, Taskmaster. Let's go play with the Taskmaster wannabes. And then Taskmaster himself. Come on. I need a big group of guys. Big group of guys. Come on, big group of guys. Big group of guys. Never going to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's pick all this junk up. Everybody's scattered out. Nobody's hurting me. Here's a big group. That's fine. Let's go find Tasky. Yes, it is. Can't you do any damage to me at all, Tasky? Oh, I'm forgetting to teleport. Okay. We need more of a challenge than that. I got crushed on Invisible Woman trying to do this
If I
content.
didn't have a full-time job already, I'd do this more often.
Actually, I didn't get crushed until I got to Kurt. Where'd you go, Arachne? I lost you.
You must not know we have destroyed the hero until it is too late.
What is that?
I've
Genetic?
been looking a long time for this.
I've got to learn these. Except I really don't need anything but the yellow ones. Oh. I guess you're supposed to open these. Yep, you are. I didn't know what those were. Picked up a cosmic ring? Really? Wait a minute. What's signature power gain 1,000 damage? It's blue mysterious box. Blue mysterious box. Ah. I'm not gonna go through that right now.
The only way we're gonna get through this is if we hit him so fast we don't have time to react.
Yawn, yawn, yawn. How about these guys? Alright, somebody's doing some damage. That's pretty cool. Who knows who?
If you make me wait for my daughter's recital, you're gonna have a bigger problem than Dr. Doom.
Gotta keep my teleport up. How about I teleport over here and then teleport back? Oh, he's already dead. Already dead. Or already defeated. Now, for the fun time. I think I want to clear some stuff up before I move on.
My fellow Skrull will avenge me.
Now, see, this is different. Did I not come into Cosmic? Alright. Just seemed like there was some worse dudes going. Oh, there they are. Okay, I got my 1-9 live from Black Cat. Why can't I? Oh, I'm already in. I was like, why can't I do that? It's because I accidentally ultimated. Alright. Need to keep my teleport going. I don't want to be on this side of you. Alright, now we're back. Now I can do it. Okay.
Oh man, I was sure.
I lost Arachne.
Fantastic Four's powers. Oh well, a girl can dream.
Did Arachne die, or did I just lose her teleporting here? Oh, he punched her out.
Arachne, Madam Web. I have a lot of names.
That's okay, Arachne. He punched me out once, too. My Black Cat 9 lives kicked in. which is pretty cool. You know what this means, guys? It means after my quick 90-second break,
Fair share of demons, Ryder,
we
but
got to go try Cosmic Ultron. Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah. I'll be right back.
You psychic types got no sense of privacy. It weirds me out, Betsy.
Okay, Cosmic Ultron without a Shield of Perseus. And without my ultimate. Unless it comes back in time. 6 minutes. Yeah, it'll take me that long to get to him.
Demon hellspawn like Ghost Rider is helping us out, I'll never know.
It'll take me that long to reach him. And yes, I am in cosmic difficulty. Our poor team-ups, though. They probably should have increased our team-ups a little bit. In, they probably should have increased team-ups, survivability. Or we're just going to have to be super careful. Oh, wow. Yeah, I could have upgraded this before I came in here. My bad. That 20% deflect is not helping her at all. I picked these for the dodge. We're not dodge based anymore. So she needs a little upgrade. Okay, I better get out of the burning stuff. Doesn't seem to be hurting very much. He just stunned me or something there. That was interesting. That was probably overkill. I didn't exactly need to pop the signature. But it comes back every 23 seconds. Alright, that's interesting. This one sentry is crazy tough. There we go. That was weird. Oh, okay. That signature is pretty insane. Come and get me, dudes. Oops, hit the wrong button. I probably don't want these guys to stay close together, but I'm an AoE guy, so I kind of sort of do want them to stay close together. If I keep pounding the ranged guy, the melee guy will stay with me. He ran away because he was about to go down, just like I'm about to go down. I can go underground. Okay. So far, so good. That's some good regeneration going there. What's that from, I wonder? Oh. Nope. It's a spirit regen. I guess she just has a little bit of a natural spirit health regen. Health on hit. Like, didn't I give her a little health regen? Tiny amount. Oh well. Let's go see what happens next. Let's go see what happens next. How... Invisible Woman didn't get this far. No, she got this far. Okay. This is where magic. This is where I got frustrated trying to play magic. Magic had no chance in here. I never got this far. Come over here, Ultron. Come over here, have some fun. Let's see if my ultimate's back. I gotta... Okay. I'm hitting my teleport too much. That's an issue. Not bad at all. Just as well as Spider-Girl did it. I think... Oh, Arachne even survived. I think I got 9 lived again once. I think I went down once. I think my health went to the bottom. We haven't done a Cosmic Patrol yet. Cosmic Hightown. Oh, Cosmic Hightown. So without Shield of Perseus, Rogue is already as tough as Spider-Girl, who has a Shield of Perseus. I don't know who's doing more damage. Spider-Girl or Rogue, and I'll never know because I don't time myself beating on DPS dummies. It's not fun to me. This guy? Yeah, why not? Hello, Gorgon. Nice job. You took some damage. Why am I not going underground? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong key. That's why. I'm forgetting to teleport. So my damage was down about 1,500 because I forgot to teleport. I need to teleport once every 10 seconds. Yeah, she's just fine. She's very... Oops, I need a splinter. Holy cow, where did all that speed come from? It's like somebody power boosted me as I was flying by. See how slow I am? I guess as soon as you get out of combat, you pick up a lot of speed. I don't know. It's probably just some hidden bug. But she's okay. I don't know that there's any content she can't do. Again, I don't really know where her power lies. How it did doing Kurt. Of course, I used my ultimates on Kurt and on Eltron. Rogue's okay. So, who would I do tomorrow? Because I'm pretty much through today, I think. Can't do Cable. He's on the list. I've already done those guys. Can't do Jean, can't do Kitty. They're on the list. Done those guys. Can't do Rocket. It's on the list. I've done those guys. Can't do Squirrel Girl because she's on the list. So we're down to the red ones now. See, I've done melee, I've done range, I've done energy, I've done mental, I've done Summoner. I need to do a summoner. Magic. Magic was a summoner. Excuse me. Sorry. It's Human Torch. Everybody's saying Human Torch is in a really good shape. Punisher, I hear, is really awesome. We could try Storm. X-23. She's the one everybody's talking about because of the Logan movie. Ouch. Let me look. Let me take a peek at her. Do I have stuff I need to throw? Yeah, I'll leave that all there. I'll deal with that when I get off stream. But X-23. See, did Rogue get anything? Yeah. Except for the intelligence challenge bonus. We definitely want this. Let's compare it to this. This is more brutal strike, but less health and blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. I just realized I was doing Cosmic Kurt and Cosmic Ultron with a lot lower health and a lot lower damage reduction than Spider-Girl. So there's that. Okay, let's take a peek at X-23. See if she's somebody I want to work with. What? That's got to be... What? I was afraid that was stuck from Rogue. That's just a UE interface error. No, Rogue's just 46. And that's with me working a little bit with it. You guys see that? Where's that coming from? Not from there. Not from there. Not from there. What is she? What's her attributes? Durability and speed. She's defense dodge based. She gets a permanent... Oh, her damage reduction is permanent. That makes more sense. So take 8 away from that, and she would have come up as 40. She doesn't get another 8 being in melee. Wonder why they did that. Wonder why they gave her the permanent 8. So X-23 is who we're going to work with, is who I'm going to start with tomorrow. Which is funny. You'd think I'd start at the top of the alphabet and work my way down. And at some point I need to write down who I've worked with and who I haven't. She's speed durability. So she's got a lot of work to be done. And we'll do this again tomorrow. So thanks for everyone who showed up and stuck around. Have a enjoy the football playoffs if that's what you're into. I'm recording the Atlanta Falcons. That's who I'm rooting for. So thanks, and see you tomorrow.